What the fuck?
Younib but one.
A very good afternoon. This is Younib TV News. My name is Joseph Kamau. The security detail of impeached Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has been largely reinstalled. Gachagua has been assigned 4 GSU officers and 2 government vehicles to facilitate his movement. Gachagua made his first public appearance with his new security detail on Sunday, attending a worship at the SAK Cathedral in Kiambu town.
As we speak today, the Deputy President of the Republic of Kenya, Rigathi Gachagua, has no single security officer around him. He's alone. And all officers who are close to me were disarmed and given a warning that they should not be anywhere near me. I want the people of Kenya to know that as I go home today, I have no security. And it's good that they know. And if anything happens to me or my family, President William Ruto must be held to account. Through a court order, Rigathi Gachagua is Deputy President. Why doesn't he have cars? Why doesn't he have security? Why has his office been made dysfunctional?
Our people are feeling helpless because of economic adversities, because of overtaxation, because of failing health systems.
Now, on to other story. President William Ruto encourages Kenyans to focus on the positive changes implemented by his government rather than the negative ones. During a pass-out parade for the Forest Service trainees in Nakuru County, the head of state urged citizens to reject bogus news and propaganda that harms the country. The sentiments come amid tight relations between Ruto and his impeached deputy, Rigathi Gachagua.
That we believed in this great country God has given us. It is time that we stopped the negativity. It is time that we stopped believing in the fake news and in the propaganda that is hurting our nation. The fact that Kenya Forest Service now can raise its own resources because of the transformation and because of the reforms that have been undertaken is something we should celebrate. That is not just happening in the Kenya Forest Service. It is happening in the Kenya Wildlife Service. It is happening in the National Youth Service. It is happening in all our other services. Do not allow your career to be tainted with integrity issues or laxity or incompetence. You have the opportunity to change course for Kenya Forest Service and make Kenya truly the environmental headquarters of the world. And imported furniture will not take precedence over locally manufactured furniture.
We acknowledged the budgetary and policy support you have given us in the implementation of the 15 billion tree growing campaign program.
Now on to some sad stories. The post-mortem test of Lilian Muhavi revealed that she was strangled before being brutally slain. Lilian's lifeless body was discovered in a thicket near Naivasha Road in Kawangware last Thursday. Police are searching for her partner who has gone into a hiding.
Wakachukua maini na roho. So ile kumchinja walimchinja hivyo. Au akaona waja wamwache naked. Ikiwa kama amelala upwards na sasa hakuna hata kitu wanaweza mfunika.
Then on Thursday we got a call from the mom in the morning that she was stabbed the previous night. So we didn't know what could have happened. So we thought maybe she should be somewhere in a hospital. But now on tracing up, it was now confirmed that she was dead. A call came from someone who's believed to be the boyfriend. They were having a relationship before. So he's the one who called the mom. So in the morning, I called the same number again. The guy confirmed, yes, Lillian was found dead. That's much we knew from the guy.
Kupiga simu, kijana akashika simu akatuelezea, yeye hajui kitu yote, ni ripoti tu alipeana. Haya, sasa baada ya muda kidogo, simu ikazimwa, kijana hakupatikana kwa simu.
Na huyu mwanamke huyo nyama yote hakufanyiwa na hapa. Huyo ni mtu ameretwa na akaekelewa.
And as much as we may commend the Inspector General of Police coming out to share a statement indicating the current wave of increase in deaths, it's his responsibility and duty, working together with the other security agencies, to bring these perpetrators of these heinous crimes to book.
Now, police are pursuing a group responsible for the killing of 3 persons in Wachera village, Kakamega County. The gang has left a trail of horror and anxiety. During the night, armed men posing as 3 thieves attacked villagers with primitive weapons, murdering 2 and causing another to bleed to death. Several others have suffered major injuries due to the same gang. Here is the report.
Security haiko huku tu kabisa. Ukiambia hata soja akuja hapa, kila mtu anaogopa. Kwa sababu soja akikuja, nuru zikianza, wanaanza na hao watu.
Bwananga akatoka na mtoto akakuja hivi kuangalia. Sasa wakakaa hapo kwa barabara kidogo, nasikia wanakimbia. Nikikataza mtoto wachana kuenda, akasema baba ameenda na mfuata tu tuende tuone wezi. Na watu walikuwa wakisema tu ni watu tu wawili, wezi wawili tumeshika, kumbe walikuwa hao wezi. Vile mtoto wangu alifika ndiye alikuwa wa kwanza, ndio walimkata shoka.
Ukiangalia tamu sukulusi. Haki mtuombe ni machapu. Walikata bwanangu kama ng'ombe. Bwanangu alitoka hapo. Akienda kulikuwa nafikiria ndio atapona. Lakini ameshaenda.
Huyu kijana alikuwa hapa ndani. Na kijana mchangamfu tu, hana maneno na mtu. Lakini wakati wanaingia mahali, wanamaliza mtu yeyote ambaye wanapata mbele.
Kumaliza kuweka hiyo chini panga, alichapa na shoka kwa kijwa. Aliambia wenzake hawa, wewe tushamalizana naye, twende tumalizie wenye walianguka chini pale. Sasa nilianza kusikia uchungu, kisungusungu. Sasa nilishindwa kutembea.
We are going to take a short break. We will be right back with more news updates.
Wewe ni mfanyabiashara katika sekta ya elimu, afya bora, usafiri ama unamiliki kampuni yoyote ile? Ungependa kupata fursa ya kutangaza biashara yako ili kuwafikia wateja zaidi? Usikonde. Runinga ya Younib inakupa fursa ya kupeperusha matangazo kuhusu bidhaa na huduma unazotoa kwa bei nafuu. Kwa maelezo zaidi, wasiliana nasi kupitia nambari za simu 0750344700 ama kupitia barua pepe marketing@younibtv.com. Jinyakulie leo. Younib TV, ever the best.
Ever the best. Hallelujah.
Now, welcome back. This is Younib TV News. Boniface Mwangi has been released. Mwangi spent the night at the Kamukunji police station after being arrested by 6 unidentified officers from his Athi River residence on Sunday. According to sources, Mwangi was not brought in court, but was told to go to Nairobi for further interrogation on Thursday this week.
Imagine if I was in the house alone without my kids. I would have been disappeared. And I was telling them, they know me. Everyone knows me. Nuruddin, Haji, Ruto, everyone knows me. If you summon me, I'll show up. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I don't commit crimes. So if I had committed any crime, just summon me, I'll show up. Don't abduct me, keep me for 24 hours, and when I wake up in the morning, they don't even have a charge. And I'm telling the police, investigate, then arrest. Don't arrest, then investigate. So they arrested me without investigations. They tell me to go home. The trauma of my kids seeing me being arrested.
Thank you so much for your support. My children are here. They're so grateful to have their dad back home. And I'm grateful to have Bonnie back home. This should not happen to any family.
On Sunday morning, my dad was abducted by police. So I started around a little bit before 7. My uncle woke me up and told me there's police outside here to arrest your dad. He's asking for you. So at first I thought my dad was pulling my leg. This must be one of his pranks. So I didn't take him seriously. So as I leave the room, the living room is filled by 6 people, six officers, at least they claim to be, 5 men and a lady. And I could hear my dad screaming from the bathroom, and he asked to get me a hoodie, and to call my mom and tell him that
Now, on to education. The Kenya Primary School Education Assessment, KPSEA, part of the competency-based curriculum CBC, has begun for 1.3 million grade 6 learners. Cabinet Secretary Julius Migos and Principal Secretary Belio Kipsang emphasized the ministry commitment to ensuring the smooth administration of national examinations launched in 2022. The KPSEA program supports learners transitioning to junior secondary school.
Wish to state and confirm that the government is fully prepared to undertake this examination. We are using, of course, a fully one government approach. We have a multi-agency approach, and every possible security feature, security system has been put in place to ensure that there are no malpractices.
So we shall not have anybody this time around in terms of our security colleagues being in a classroom for KPSEA. It will purely be the teacher and the pupils. So this is an assessment. Yeah, an assessment is not, you don't get a certificate at the end. You get a report. So even this one, a child will get a report on their progress. The school will get a report on the progress of the totality of the school. And then we have a national report, which now we come and subject our discussions and evaluation.
Niko na uhakikisho kwamba hawa watoto wote wataweza kukalia mitihani. Pia kulikuwa na shida kidogo shule ya Nole, walipoteza chakula yao wakati ya hiyo shida, lakini tuliweza kupatia chakula na watakuwa na chakula kwa hiyo muda yote wa mitihani.
We are ready to undertake these examinations, including areas that have had skirmishes like in Tana River. We managed to make arrangements for the students who are from the affected schools to be hosted in security camps like the GSU camp.
And then we have a national report, which now we come and subject our discussions and evaluation, and therefore support us in improving on policy, on checking on teacher capacity building.
Compared with the preparation, the KCP was majorly drilling, because you are teaching the learners on how to get the answer. But this one is different, because we are teaching the learners to look for to look for themselves.
Now, on matters governance, Moses Wetangula, Speaker of the National Assembly, has criticized absentee members of Parliament for failing to maintain a quorum to conduct business. According to Wetangula, the National Assembly has been unable to pass important legislations due to a lack of quorum and absent committee chairs and vice chairs during House sittings.
I have also, as your speaker, sometimes gotten embarrassed where you go to a public place like a funeral and a member who never speaks in the House stands up and says, I'm going to oppose that bill. And says all manner of things. When the bill comes, you don't even see the member in the House to speak to the bill that he was opposing at a funeral. If you appear on the order paper 2-3 times and you have nowhere to prosecute your agenda, we drop it, so that we don't continue piling work.
We lost the finance bill and lost very many good proposals that were in that finance bill because of negative publicity, because of poor communication, and that is part of the reevaluation and reflection we need to do as a House collectively. How else can we communicate better?
This Parliament, there have been crisis after crisis. We had a crisis of the finance bill. Now we had a crisis of refugee. We don't want another crisis. Now we want to move forward. We are done with the crises. We have dealt with all crises. Those people. We want another crisis now.
If you count the number of chairs of committees and your vice chairs, this House should never lack quorum at any one time, because you hold positions of privilege. We pay you extra for being chairman of committees, and we allow you anywhere you go to travel in cabins of privilege because you are leaders. The best you can give back to Parliament is never to miss attendance of the House.
Now, on matters education, the University Academic Staff Union has planned a new strike that will begin at midnight, mere weeks after halting the September walkout due to a government agreement. The union reports that agreements, including salary increases, have yet to be implemented. WASU Secretary General Constantine Wasonga claims this is manipulation of its members by the government.
I want to tell WASU members wherever they are, just work today up to midnight. Work today up to midnight. Midnight, with 1 minute, down your tools. No teaching, physical, no online teaching, no marking, no invigilation, down your tools until you get your 7 to 10% plus automatic annual increment.
Well, we have come to the end of our news bulletin. My name is Joseph Kamau. Remember to love everyone and stress-free.
Younib